What's up? What's up? What's up? You already know this is Peach, and I am sitting in my van. I've been like trying to stop crying so I could film this intro and this video in a very upbeat spirit, but I just keep crying. I was just talking to my best friend and I just still keep crying. But people keep asking, y'all been asking me this for a while about me being pregnant, and I just been like, girl, I'm fat. Let your belly hang out. Let the belly hang out. Let your belly hang out. Don't suck it in. Let it hang out. You know, all that jazz. But the honest truth is that I am pregnant with baby number 6. I am very far along. We only got 67 more days to go with this pregnancy. I wanted to keep it to myself. My 5th child, I kept private. Nobody knew I had a baby, aside from my family. When I say I kept it private, I didn't go around sucking my stomach in all day. I didn't wear big clothes. I wore my regular clothes. I didn't care if people saw my stomach. It was just not something that I decided to post on social media. I kept it to myself. My delivery was just me and daddy. I mean, me and him have had our kids by ourselves since McINTYRE. So it's just been me and him with McINTYRE, me and him with Gorgeous, and me and him with baby. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. I only can depend on him for emotional support. He's very there for me, and it's very intimate, and we love it. So that's nothing new for us. And just not having to have so many people leaving their opinions and judging you and saying negative things about you is nice. Like with my baby, when I got pregnant with Gorgeous, it was like a surprise pregnancy. Like, we did not try to have, well, we really ain't try to have none of our kids. We just have a lot of, adult time. Anytime this man look at me, I get pregnant, fertile turtle. But with Gorgeous, my brother kept saying, you pregnant. My brother always call out all my pregnancies, every single kid. So in my Christmas video, when he was like, Mama, Peach is pregnant, I really was pregnant. He called him out with every single kid from the time I was 18. That's crazy. But with Gorgeous, he kept saying that. He was like, Mom, Peach is pregnant. Peach is pregnant. And I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. He was like, yes, she is. She pregnant. So we went to Walmart together, me and him. We bought some pregnancy tests. Or did we go to Dollar Tree? Probably went to the dollar store or Walmart. Either way, it was like 98 cents or $1 for the pregnancy test. Cheap. Anyways, we took the pregnancy test on Thanksgiving, and at that time I was going through financial hardships. I didn't have a car. Me and daddy were going through a breakup. Like, when my family found out I was pregnant, they just started talking bad about me, like, oh, she pregnant again, she ain't even got shit, how many kids she gonna have, just like a whole bunch of negativity. And I just regretted telling people I was pregnant. That's why with my baby, with my 5th child, we kept that to ourselves, between us. Like, my parents knew, his parents knew, our siblings, cousins, like any family member knew. But if I was walking down the street and somebody come up to me and be like, Peaches, you pregnant? I would be like, no. Even though my stomach is huge and I'm way out here, I would be like, no. And it just was a peaceful pregnancy. The pregnancy flew by because I didn't have people saying, girl, you ain't had that baby yet. It flew by. Beautiful pregnancy. Even in the hospital, when we had baby, he was in the NICU. And when he was in the NICU, me and daddy was like going around the hospital to restaurants. Like, we going to McDonald's and stuff, having lunch. And people like, y'all just had a baby. Peaches, you had a baby? And I'm like, no. Everybody in the hospital knew me. They was like, you on the maternity floor? You had a baby? I'm like, no. And then when we're leaving out, finally somebody seen us. They was like, girl, you really sat up there and lied. You did have a baby. Look, that's your baby. And I'm like, and still kept that pregnancy to myself. Even after he was born, none of my Facebook friends knew I had a baby until one day I was on live breastfeeding him, and they was like, you breastfeeding other people, baby? And then finally I was like, this is my baby. When we got on YouTube, people actually got to really see, like, oh, she had a baby. But honestly, it was one of the most peaceful pregnancy experiences ever. And if you're like, well, girl, you crying right now because you pregnant, that's not why I'm crying. With this baby, I did want to keep it private to myself, and it was going well. It was going very, very well. Me and Daddy, we've been new since I was 2 weeks pregnant that I was pregnant. So we've been new. My brother been figured it out. He told my mama, he a snitch. He told my mama, so my mama know. Daddy mama been saying, that girl pregnant. He like, no, she not, she just fat. Y'all lied last time, you know. So people been new, but now it's getting to the point where every time I go live, somebody's asking me, or people are seeing me in public and they're like, oh my God, you pregnant? And I'm like, no. And they looking like, girl, you really finna lie to my face? Yes. But that's not the only reason why I wanted to keep this pregnancy private. The other reason why I wanted to keep this pregnancy more private is because it is a high-risk pregnancy. We already know that there is something different, I ain't gonna say wrong, different with this particular pregnancy. I did have the option to terminate the pregnancy, which I went back and forth with for days because I have never had an abortion. I never want to have an abortion, but I also know how challenging it is, especially because I am an autism mom, to have a baby with special needs. So I went back and forth about that. Like, me and Daddy, we went back and forth. It was like the worst news ever. And I just was like, I don't think I could do it. It's overwhelming. It's challenging. And he was just like, I'm so grateful for him, because he was like, ain't nobody abort your ass. He was like, no matter what, we keeping this baby, like, no matter what. In the back of my mind, because I am married, but I am newly married. Me and my husband have been together since I was 16 years old. I am now 32 years old. So we've been together going on 17 years or 16 years. Been together going on 16 years. With us, we have had a lot of breakups. Like, we've broken up a lot. I have been a single mom. When I first got on YouTube with this particular channel, we were in the middle of a breakup for months, and I was a single mom. Yes, he has always been an active dad with my kids. Like, even when we break up, he'll still get them. He'll still, you know, take them to the zoo, take them to the park, take them to school some mornings, like, come get them. But emotionally, I know how hard it is to be a single parent. So with me possibly having a baby that has special needs, I was thinking of the bigger picture. Like, what if this man leave me with all these kids? Am I really gonna be able to handle a child with special needs? Again, like, Choice has autism. He has thrived. He has gotten better. But it was at one point very challenging on me mentally. And if I didn't have Daddy there to support me, who knows where I would have been. But he just reassured me of that. He was like, no matter what, we're keeping this baby. They did offer to do, I forgot the name of the procedure, where they go inside with a needle and take some of your amniotic fluid out of my stomach, like out of your stomach, and test the baby, do like genetic testing. They can see if the baby has Down syndrome and things like that. But there is a possibility that you would lose the pregnancy, and Daddy didn't want to risk that. He was like, we're not going to jeopardize losing the child. Like, no matter what, we're going to go into this blind. No matter what, we're keeping it. We're keeping the baby. And so I've been dealing with that in private. Like, I haven't even told my mama. Like, the only person that know aside from Daddy is my best friend. I'm the only two people that know, like, yes, I'm pregnant. My mama know I'm pregnant, but she don't know, like, it's a possibility of this baby being different and having special needs. It's something missing in the brain with the baby. So it is extremely challenging and emotional for me. But that's one of the main reasons, like, aside from me just not wanting to have to deal with people judging me, period. Because when you're pregnant, you're already in a vulnerable state, having to deal with so much negativity. I don't want to deal with it. And then also knowing, like, this pregnancy is very, very different. It is a high risk pregnancy. We're going into having a baby, and we don't know, you know, what exactly is wrong with the baby. We know what is missing. I actually have to go get an MRI next week for the baby, just to confirm some things, so the specialist can get better prepared and I can find certain kind of specialists that we may need. But the doctor did let me know, like, I talked to a genetic counselor. I spoke with a specialist. I spoke with the whole NICU team. Like, that's some stuff that I've been going through in private. But they did tell me, like, it is a chance. It's a 50-50 chance that although this is, I can't even say the word, it's so technical. Although this piece is missing in your baby brain, it is a possibility that the baby will be just fine. Like, you wouldn't even know. Nobody will even know that it's missing. So daddy said we're gonna hang on to that 50% possibility that the baby can be fine, can be absolutely fine. I have been really sad and emotional about it. And today daddy was like, you just need to, go out, start shopping for the baby, just start looking at baby stuff. It's okay. And so that's something I wanted to do. And with people constantly saying, oh, you pregnant, you must be pregnant. I was going to do all this stuff in private, like shop in private, go look at baby stuff in private. But after talking to my best friend and my mom about me, continuing to not tell people my personal business when it comes to this pregnancy, my best friend was like, Peaches, you can create content of you shopping for baby clothes. Like, don't miss out on this opportunity. My mom, like, people gonna talk anyways. Oh, well, don't be ashamed. Go ahead and, make your video. So that's one of the reasons why I'm confirming this pregnancy, because I'm about to start doing baby shopping vlogs, me shopping, looking for strollers, looking at different baby clothes. Daddy said maybe that'll cheer me up. It's a part of me that's very reserved. Like, I don't want to shop. I just want to, keep to myself just in case my baby don't make it. But daddy like, and I know some of y'all like, what? You shouldn't think like that. But I am. And then daddy like, don't think like that. That's not gonna happen. You believe in God. We gotta pray. So we've been praying about it. It's something we pray about often. This is something that me and him have known for quite some time, and we've just been dealing with it in private. Like, I've had days where I just break down, and then daddy just remind me, like, crying not gonna change nothing. You can't let what you're going through in your personal life change anything. Like, if I was to just sit and think about all of the possibilities, and my best friend always remind me, these doctors don't know everything. Yeah, they know a lot, but God has the final say. She always remind me that. She like, Beaches, God had a final say. You know how many times they done diagnosed people with stuff or told people they're gonna die in a certain amount of time and they didn't. Your baby gonna be fine. Like, you have to remember, God has the final say, and God won't put nothing more on you than you can bear. So I try to just continue to remember that, and I try to just stay busy with work, because if I was to just sit down and think about, the possibilities of what could be wrong, what does it mean? It could mean a whole bunch of things. I did go over that with the doctor and with the what is it called, genetic counsel. Like, we did go over all of the possibilities of what could be wrong and ruling out those possibilities. Down syndrome was one of my main concerns. Like, that is very, 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 very challenging, but daddy doesn't want to find out. He's like, we'll deal with it when it comes. It's no point in stressing ourselves out, because none of the tests that they could provide us were 100% accurate. They were more like 50%, 70%, and then some of them, it was a risk of losing the baby. Yes, I feel my baby kick. Yes, my baby has a normal heartbeat. Right now it has everything it needs. It's just a certain part in the brain that is missing that can cause a whole lot of other stuff. We hope it's not, what is it, chromosome 18. It was a whole bunch. It's like a whole bunch of medical stuff. I was on the phone on Zoom with some specialists for like 2.5 hours, and we were going back and forth with the options, like terminating the pregnancy, adoption, different types of support, or like we're gonna need at home. We were going through all of that process, and it was just very, very stressful and very, very emotional, and I was just too afraid to tell anybody. And that just, it kind of sucks keeping all of that to yourself. Even when I got on YouTube, like, I started looking on YouTube for videos about it, and it wasn't any videos like from people. It was like more so videos from doctors and the health terminology. Like, you can't understand it, you got to get on Google and start Googling the words they're saying and try to put it into play. But I am just hoping for the best. Daddy was like, he think if I start buying baby clothes and all this stuff, it's gonna make me feel better. Now, as far as the survival rate of this baby, it is extremely high. the survival rate. They're not concerned with my baby not making it. How I'm concerned, like maybe the baby won't make it. They're not concerned with that. The doctor was like, that's very, very low percentage. He was like, it's more so, it's a higher percentage that it might be some type of disability with the baby. So we're gonna hope for the best, pray for the best. It's just very emotional for me, and I hope y'all be kind. Like, that's one of the reasons I don't want to share this, is because a lot of people are mean. Like, they'll take this news and just like, you know, stab me with it, kick me with it. And I like to be like, you know, people, feelings don't bother me. I don't give a fuck. But with this subject, I am very, 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 very sensitive about it. Like I said, I hadn't even told my mama. Only me, daddy, and my best friend knew about it. And it felt good to tell my best friend, because it was kind of hard keeping that just between us, especially when I was going back and forth with the idea of terminating the pregnancy. I have never had an abortion, I had one miscarriage, but it was like early term. I have never had to deal with that. So to have those thoughts and to express that to daddy, he like, that's evil as fuck. Like, he was really upset. Like, he couldn't believe that I would even think that. So being able to turn to my best friend and have her say, you know, that's fine that you feel that way. You're not evil for feeling that way. You're looking at the overall picture for the whole family. But let's just remember that God has the final say. God has equipped you with everything you need to be this baby's mother. Like, even if something is wrong, we pray that nothing is wrong with this baby. We pray that this baby can thrive and be successful. But even if something is wrong, God has equipped you with everything you need to, you know, be a good mom to the baby. And I feel like also, with being a YouTuber, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see me vlogging like my pregnancy. Like, I only got 67 more days. I'm gonna have the baby before then anyways. So it's more like probably like 40 something more days left of this pregnancy. I don't see me bringing y'all with me to my MRI. Like, all of that is my protected health information. I don't know if I can mentally withstand, you know, sharing that much detail. But I will take y'all with me to look at baby stuff, to shop and stuff like that, because I am gonna probably do some shopping. Maybe I know I'm gonna at least look around at some stuff that I might want. And it's not rare for me not to buy nothing. Like, with my kids, we normally don't buy anything until they born. I started doing that with McINTYRE. We bought his stuff 3 days before he was born. But with Gorgeous and Baby, we didn't buy anything until they were born. Like, once I got all their diapers, like Gorgeous, I coupon, I had all her diapers. Diapers weren't a worry for Gorgeous. But as far as like starting to buy baby clothes and stuff, I didn't do that until like a day before she was born and after she was born. We started getting the car seats and all that. I like to go through my pregnancies like I'm not pregnant. I'm just fine. I know somebody probably like, Peaches, how you just was lifting your leg up the other day? I'm still flexible. I could still get out here and bust my splits and lift my legs up and be energetic. And I have to just stay focused on work because I don't want to fall into depression. So that's how I move. But anyways, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. You know what to do. Go ahead and hit up like you like. Hey, hit up like you like. Hit up like you like for your girl. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hit up like you like. Hit up like you like for your girl. You like my pictures? Hit up like you like. You like my videos? Hit up like you like. You ain't no hater. Hit up like you like. You getting paper? Hit up like you like. Go like. Let's go. Like to the flow. 1 like, 2 like, 3 like, 4. Hit her like you like soon as you see my videos. You know your girl funny, yeah, you know your girl dope. If you really like me, why wouldn't you hit it, yo? L to the I-K-E-Y, bae. Hit her like you like and send that love my way. L to the I-K-E-Y, bae. Hit her like you like and send that love my way. Like, let's go. Like, hit her like, hit her like you like, for your girl go. Fly with a like, rock with a like, to the left, to the right, go like. Australia better like, US better like, UK hit her like, hit her like you like, hit her like, for your girl. Take it back to the like, from the left to the right, go like. hit her like, go left to the right, go like Africa, go like worldwide, go like. I hope y'all like this song. Yep, that's right. Hit her like you like for your girl. Thanks for juking. Bye.